Hi, for our project, we chose Costa Rica and Sweden. Our team is formed by Lily Weisman, Michael Simon, Elena Sosa, and Daniela Romero. First, we're going to start with the developed country, which is Sweden. Some positive improvements in Sweden. Sweden has made improvements to their citizens' quality of life in the last few years. 75% of people between 15 to 64 in Sweden have a paid job when the employment average is of 66%, which is above the normal range. In terms of education, 84% of adults between 25 and 64 have completed upper secondary education, higher than the normal range, which is 79%. Life expectancy is 83 years old, which is above the normal range. In 2021, up to 54.6% of the energy used in Sweden was from renewable energy sources. Sweden has a strong sense of community and high levels of civic participation. 94% of people say they have someone in their community they can rely on. Some problems Sweden has now. In 2000, it got the 18th place out of 22 European countries in terms of gun deaths. In 2017, Sweden moved from the 18th place to second place, just below Croatia. And in 2020, 8.3% of the population was unemployed. It went from being 1 point below the European Union average to being 1 point above it.
Why should Sweden work on these goals? Goal 8, decent work and economic growth. Goal 60, peace, justice, and strong institution. Work and economic growth. Employment increase to the Employment. Yo le corto, no pedo. Employment grows to the consist of the pandemic. According to SCB, statistician David Samuelson, 2020, the rapid increase is due to the temporary contract. Youth employment has been affected with the decrease in the number of summer jobs. Peace, just and strong institution. There are many illegal firearms that are smuggled in from the Balkans. The state has not found any effective means to stop it. There are many guns loose. Most of the shooting are related to these groups.
So we did Costa Rica. Positive improvements in Costa Rica. They've made amazing improvements to the quality of life in the past decade. Their life expectancy is 81 years old, which is normal. There's good employment rates and they're not working too bad of hours. They have a good sense of community. 82% of people say they have someone they can rely on in their community, and they have a pretty good water quality at 87%.
So some problems that Costa Rica has now: the household income is nearly half the normal rate. Less than half of people aged 25 to 44 have completed upper secondary education, and less than half of both men and women complete high school. The average concentration of air pollution in micrograms is 2.5, and Costa Rica's is 17.5, so a significant increase. And the average homicide rate is 2.6. Costa Rica is 10. The majority of people do not feel safe walking alone at night.
So why should Costa Rica work on these goals? So we have 3 goals they should work on, which is quality education, decent work and economic growth, and climate action.
So for quality education, we believe it is important that Costa Rica focuses on good quality education because it sets people up for success in their futures. Without education, it is hard to get a good quality job, not only in Costa Rica, but if the citizens ever decided to live somewhere else. Education is not just good for finding a job, it is also good for personal growth and enriching life experiences. And what would you do for the rest of your life if you didn't have an education?
So for decent work and economic growth, we think Costa Rica should focus on this because their average incomes are a lot lower than other countries. Like their average income is around 16,000 a year, when like the average rate is around 30,000. So they're pretty much like a little over half, which is not good. There's not very many job opportunities in Costa Rica, and the job opportunities that are available to them aren't really focused towards like, they're more like labor jobs than they are anything else. So it's hard to get their jobs, the good, like better jobs, because of their lack of education. And even if you do have a good job, you can still be living in poverty since their rates for everything are so low. And we think the UN should work to figure out a way to create more jobs that can boost their economy.
And then for our last goal, which is climate action, we believe Costa Rica should focus on climate action in respect to pollution because they have extremely high air pollution rates. This decreases their living conditions because they are constantly breathing in dirty air, which is not good for their overall health. Air pollution has proven to cause significant long-term health issues, such as severe asthma, upper respiratory issues, and decreased lung function. And many people living in Costa Rica do not even know about the issue.
And that's our sources. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Stop recording.